Dua, in Islam, refers to the act of invoking or calling upon Allah God in prayer. It is a deeply spiritual practice that is considered one of the most powerful forms of communication between a person and their creator. The power of dua is multifaceted, and its significance in Islamic teachings is immense. Direct connection with Allah, dua provides Muslims with the opportunity to communicate directly with Allah. Unlike other forms of worship or supplication, dua is a personal and intimate prayer where the individual can ask for their desires, seek guidance, or express gratitude. It strengthens the relationship between the believer and Allah, reinforcing the understanding that Allah is always accessible and listening. A means of seeking help and guidance. In Islam, dua is a means to seek Allah's help in times of difficulty, confusion, or distress. When facing challenges in life, believers turn to dua to ask for divine intervention, solutions to problems, or strength to endure trials. The Quran and Hadith emphasize that Allah is close to His believers and that He responds to their calls when they sincerely seek His assistance. Quranic reference, and when my servants ask you concerning me, indeed I am near, I respond to the invocation of the supplicant when he calls upon me. Surah Al-Baqarah 2-186. A tool for positive change, dua has the power to change situations and events. Believers are encouraged to make dua regularly, whether for personal needs or for the well-being of others. It is believed that Allah may grant the request, or may respond in another way that is ultimately better for the individual. The process of making dua itself also instills patience and trust in Allah's wisdom. Hadith reference: The Prophet Muhammad PVUH said, "There is nothing more honorable to Allah than dua." Tirmidhi. Mercy and forgiveness. Dua is a means through which believers seek Allah's mercy and forgiveness for past mistakes. It provides a way to cleanse the heart and seek redemption, especially during moments of remorse. Islam teaches that Allah is the most merciful and that no sin is too great to be forgiven if one sincerely repents. Quranic reference: and your Lord says, "Call upon me, I will respond to you." Surah Ghafir 40-60. Protection from harm. Dua serves as a shield for Muslims from harm, both in this world and the hereafter. The act of asking for Allah's protection from evil forces, harmful situations, and calamities is encouraged in daily life. Specific supplications, known as duas, are recommended in various circumstances, such as seeking protection from the evil eye, illness, or accidents. Hadith reference: The Prophet Muhammad PVUH said, "Whoever asks for protection from Allah will be protected." Sunan Ibn Majah. Reward and blessings. Every act of dua is a form of worship, and it is said that even if Allah does not immediately grant a specific request, He will reward the believer. The reward can manifest as blessings in life, forgiveness of sins, or an increase in faith and trust in Allah. The act of making dua with sincerity and humility brings spiritual growth and increases one's awareness of Allah's presence. Quranic reference: and when my servants ask you about me, I am indeed close to them. I respond to the prayer of every supplicant when he calls on me. Surah Al-Baqarah 2-186. Strengthening faith. Tawheed. The practice of making dua reinforces the core concept of Tawheed, the oneness of Allah. It reminds believers that Allah is the ultimate source of all provision, and that they should place their trust solely in Him. Dua helps to eliminate any reliance on worldly means or other entities and focuses the heart on the belief that Allah alone controls all affairs. An act of humility. Making dua is an expression of humility, as it involves recognizing one's dependence on Allah. In Islam, humans are taught to acknowledge their limitations and the fact that Allah is the only one who can truly provide, protect, and guide. Dua allows believers to humble themselves, ask for mercy, and trust in Allah's plan, timing, and acceptance. While Allah is always present and ready to Listen, certain times and circumstances are considered more auspicious for making dua. For example, during the last third of the night. On Fridays, especially the night before Friday. During the month of Ramadan, and while fasting, dua is said to be more likely to be accepted. However, Muslims are encouraged to make dua at all times, not just in times of hardship. Dua for others. One of the most beautiful aspects of dua is that it is not limited to personal requests. Muslims are encouraged to make dua for others, whether for family, friends, the community, or humanity as a whole. It is believed that when you make dua for someone else, angels say, Ameen, and for you the same. This highlights the power of collective supplication and the importance of caring for others through prayer. The power of dua lies in its ability to connect believers with Allah, help them seek guidance, protection, and forgiveness, and create positive change in their lives. It is a deeply spiritual practice that strengthens faith, fosters humility, and brings immense reward. Through consistent and sincere dua, Muslims believe that Allah's mercy and blessings can flow into their lives in ways they may not always expect.